Welcome back to the channel. I'm here to talk about the final build of the results of the build of the Gosikee Late Night Tavern. This is a wooden, they call it a 3D wooden puzzle, but it's basically a wooden building kit. As you can see, it's all done. It took a little longer than I thought to get this video out, but it's not because of the difficulty. It's just, life happened, and I didn't get a chance to get around to it as quickly as I wanted to. So right now, this is a lighted kit. If you saw my unboxing, I kind of went through what was in the box and so on, so you can go check that video out if you haven't already. I'm going to kind of walk you around this a little bit. This is a lighted kit. I don't have the lights on right now because I want to do a before and after with the lights. So as you can see, it is a small kit relatively, so I'm just going to show you, like, there's my hand in comparison to the kit. So it's pretty small. That being said, that made it a little bit of a challenge for some of the parts, given that I have big hands. But just kind of walk you around the whole thing here. I'm not going to show you the back because there's really nothing to see back there. There's no windows or anything. So these doors do open. As you can see, this one's open. This one opens as well. And then I'm going to show you how the light mechanism works, because I think this was kind of cool the way they did this. So underneath this roof, I'm not going to take it apart, but there's a couple of panels there. And the battery box is under there, which is going to kind of not be so great if you have to replace the batteries, because all these pieces fit together with just like wooden slots. Some of them are tighter than others. This side's not too bad. This side's pretty tight, and this side has a switch in it, so you can kind of see it right there. So I'll point to it. This is the actual switch, and there's a little board behind it that you have to glue in place. Which is wired into, obviously, the lights and everything, and that's what turns it on and off. I didn't actually think this was going to work, but it works, and it works flawlessly. So let me go ahead and bring you back down. I will zoom you out so you can kind of see without the lights, and then I'm going to just push the little button, and the lights come on. So you can see it gets a lot brighter inside. There's a little kitty cat there, so they have two kitty cats, one on the inside, one on the outside. I don't know if that's a thing in China. I don't see a lot of kitty cats in the saloons or the taverns that I go to, but hey, whatever. It's a cute touch, I guess. So you can kind of see. I'm going to spin you around here so you can get a better look. So it is pretty detailed inside. There's two lights inside. There's a whole bookshelf back there. There's a little TV behind the wall in there. There's a bar inside, like an island. There's a plant in there in the back. You can kind of see it now. There's a plant out here. There's 3 stools here. There's 2 stools inside behind the bar. Pretty good detail. And then up inside here is where the rest of the lights are. You can kind of see one. There's 2 lights up above there that just shine down on the countertop. So from a distance, I mean, obviously up close you can see gaps and stuff, but from a distance it's a cute little thing, right? And it was fun to build. I will say things like these barrels, each one of those slats is individual, and then there's pieces inside. Anyway, to make a long story short, they're pretty complicated to put together for big fingers. They do give you some extra slots there because, as you can see, these are kind of grooved. It's so that they'll bend to make the barrel shape. They give you some extra ones of those in case you break them when you're popping them out or whatever. I didn't have any problems with them, but I could see where some people may. There's a lot of little parts like the stool legs here. You got to be really careful when you're punching them out of the templates that they come in, so that you don't break them. I didn't break any, but just saying. And then inside, I mean, like I said, there's quite a bit of detail in there. It was a fun kit. I think they probably could have done more of this style of stuff, like the real glasses inside on the shelves, instead of just having them be like a piece of press board with some printing on them. All of the pictures that you see in there, so let me see if I can get in there. The clock on the wall and that picture that's on the desk, those frames are all, you have to put those together, just like this one. So you can see that it's actually 2 parts. There's a printed piece and there's a frame around it. The comical parts, I'm just going to do a flyover here. I called this out in my unboxing, but you can see second thing down there, assembling without glue and chemicals. That is a big faux pas. They definitely had a bottle of glue in the kit, and it was a clear glue, and it had a very strong scent to it. So I'm guessing it's not non-toxic. I can't say that for sure, but it was a very strong smell. It is a very stringy glue, so if you've ever used a hot glue gun, think about when you pull away the hot glue gun and you get those long strings that sometimes go with it. That's what this stuff is like, but it's even without the hot. It's just stringy to begin with. So I tried it. I used it for 1 or 2 pieces, and then I chucked it. And I actually used this stuff. You've seen me put this in another video before. It's a craft glue. I got this on Amazon. It was pretty cheap. It's got a couple of different points on it, so you can get a real fine seam and stuff. As you can see, nowhere can you see any glue, right? So this stuff goes on white, dries clear. There's no toxic scent. It's good stuff. So if I were you, I would get some of that. The windows do have a plexiglass in them. They're smoked. I tried cleaning those before I put them in because they look dirty to me, but that is not coming off. It's in the plastic. So, I mean, it's kind of cool in a way because it's a tavern, right? You kind of want it to have that smoky look. But if you're trying to get them clear, don't waste your time. They're not going to come clear. The other thing that I thought was kind of cheesy is these things are supposed to be like lamps on the front of the building, but they're just a flat wooden piece that's printed. Like, you went through the trouble of giving me all this cool stuff, the little bottles and cups and the cat and all that stuff. You could have given me some real looking lanterns, right? So, I don't know. I'm being nitpicky at this point. It was a fun kit. It was around $50, so for $50, I'm not complaining all that much. I would probably get another kit from these guys. I would just obviously know better than to think that it was not a glueless kit. So, hope you found this helpful, guys and girls. I wouldn't shy away from getting this if you're in the market for this kind of thing. I think it's going to be a good collection, addition to my collection of stuff that I'm building. And yeah, it was fun. I do think the light kit's pretty ingenious the way they did it, and all the parts were there, and it wasn't missing anything. Nothing broke when I was taking it out and putting it together, and so on. I will say this cabinet, you can kind of see, yeah, right there. Well, I can actually spin it around and get some more light. There we go. This has that same segregated wood that the barrels had. It's because this is all one piece from that end all the way around. So you have to bend it around the corner. There's a piece in the back too that's the same way. And then there's some joiners that put it all together. Until you get this on the floor and get the top on it, it's a little bit of a challenge to do anything with. But once you get it in place, I mean, it's good and solid. It's not going anywhere. So anyway, there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. I have another one coming out soon. I'm trying another new to me manufacturer for blocks, bricks, whatever you want to call them, alt bricks. So we'll have that video, hopefully the unboxing coming soon, and then we'll do probably a pre-build and a full build after that. So I will mention that there is an affiliate link in my description. If you like this kit and you want to order it, I would ask that you please order it through that link, because it will not cost you anything more, but it'll throw a couple of bucks in my pocket, and I can put that money into doing more reviews like this. So take care, guys. Talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.